Welcome back to Code and Current Studio. In stage 3 of our Smart Safe Arduino project, we're adding mechanical locking functionality using servo motors. This stage brings physical security to life by controlling locking pins with multiple servos, making the safe more realistic and secure. In addition to the components we've added in the two previous stages, this stage we're adding 4 servo motors. 2 of the servo motors are connected to pin 10 and 2 are connected to pin 11 of the Arduino board. These servos control the locking pins inside the safe door, physically securing or releasing. When the correct password is entered, the servos rotate to unlock the safe. When the door is closed again, the servos return to the lock position. Each servo requires connection to power and ground to function. Pins 10 and 11 were chosen specifically for their PWM or pulse width modulation abilities, which allows for precise control of the servo positioning. Compared to stage 2, the tilt sensor has been moved to pin 1 of the Arduino board to free up pin 11 for the servo control. The tilt sensors use 2 wires, one connected to pin 1 and the other to ground. The pressure sensor remains connected to analog pin A1, allowing the Arduino to read pressure changes as analog voltage levels. The door sensor, the potentiometer, sends its signal to analog pin A2 and is used to detect the safe door position. All right, let's take a look at the code. The code now includes 2 new functions, lock servos and unlock servos. These control the servo position to lock or unlock the safe. In setup, we attach the servos and initialize them in the locked position. When a user enters the correct password, unlock servo function is called, rotating the servos to open the safe. When the door is detected as closed, the lock servo function is called to resecure the safe. This adds a physical layer of security to the digital lock. All right, so let's start the simulation, interact with this thing a little bit. All right, we can see the safe is locked. We have our same selection from stage 2, so user 1 or user 2. We can see our passwords built into the code here. So user 1 password is 456B, so let's go with that. So we'll select user 1, enter password 456B. So we can see our servos would move the unlock pins, and it's reading that the door is closed. Here's our door sensor, so we can open our door, open it up to 100%, done with whatever's inside the safe, close our door closed, and we can see our servos move the locking pins back into position. Try entering the correct password and watch the servos unlock the safe. Then simulate closing the door and observing the servos locking into. This stage gives you a tangible sense of how electric lock. If you're following along, consider picking up an Arduino starter kit. It includes all the components we use for this project and more to expand your learning. Check the video description for links. That's it for stage 3. You've added a mechanical lock to your Smart Safe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Arduino tutorials.